Hi there, guitar players. I hope your E minor chord is nice and solid and you're playing lots of chunks and you can get that rhythm started. Don't worry about going fast. Best way to go fast is to slow down. Try to keep that tension out of your hands. This is the first big mistake I made many years ago, is pushing for speed. And it never got me anywhere except tighter, sorer, more tired, and it didn't get me any faster. So always press with the minimum force that it takes to hold the strings down to the frets. So we had our E minor last time. We're going to add your first finger on 1, 2, 3, the 3rd fret. So you feel your way in to the 3rd string, at 3rd string in, and if you pick it up, you'll get E minor. Put it down, you get E major. This is an important little point to what we're doing as we go through the chords, is we want to make sure you only use one fingering for a type of chord as much as possible. There's just about always a way to do it so that you don't have to move your fingers all over the place. The less your fingers move, the more they're able to do, because they're not wasting time doing unnecessary movements. So as you do your chunks, or practice with both hands and get your E major chord doing too. But next thing we're going to do is a little trick here that only uses 2 fingers. First finger on the 5th string, the same place that your 2nd finger was for the E chord. Now your 3rd finger is going to stretch up. 2 fingers up, 2 frets up. And I only want you to hear those 2 lowest strings. This finger lays across the rest so that they are muted. And then you reach up with that 3rd finger and add it 2 frets up. So that's the other sound. We get that sound and we get this sound. Now, it doesn't sound like much, this, but you combine it with the other one and you get if you want it to sound heavy, like a hard rock, all downstrokes. And remember that muting thing? You want it to sound more precise, more defined, and even heavier. You put your heel of your hand right at the bottom end of the strings. Not so much that you get a chunk, but enough that it dulls and softens the sound. That sound interesting? Now we're going to do one other thing. We're going to start off on the 6th string. This is the 2 notes of the E or E major chord. It doesn't have a 3rd in it, so this is called a power chord, the 1 and the 5. And then you go to the 6th string, 4th fret, and then open it up, and then up to the 5th string. Play with that. You can even get fancy if you want. There you go. A new treat for you. Keep your hands relaxed as much as possible. Just push hard enough to hold the string down to the fret without it buzzing. See what you can make with that. Let's get unstuck.